Okay, this is still Unit 5, Week 1, and we're talking about the vocabulary that we have in this lesson. And we're going to look at our words and the definitions. Let me separate these out into the words. Okay. So if we're talking about the whole of something, now look at this word. Whole, it has a W that doesn't say anything. This is not WH like you would say, like you were blowing out a match. This one, the W doesn't say anything, and the word is whole. But it's not a hole like a hole you dig in the ground. And this is a whole, meaning all of it. We used it in our fractions to talk about the whole thing instead of a half of it or a fourth of it. We're talking about the whole pie, the whole cake, the whole story. Okay, so what does it mean? It means it is complete. None of it is missing. There is the whole pie here. Nobody took any of it. Now, if somebody takes a piece of it, then is it whole? No, not anymore. So this is the whole thing. Okay, the next word that we have is trouble. Okay, if you get into trouble, or if there is trouble outside, what is it? It means you have problems doing something. I had trouble with my math. I had problems doing my math. I had trouble finding my shoes this morning. I had a problem finding my shoes. Okay, trouble means that you have problems doing something. None of you ever have trouble doing anything, do you? Remember, whenever we learn to do stuff, we don't always get it done the first time. We don't always do it perfectly the first time. We usually have a little bit of trouble, but that's okay. That's a part of learning. Okay, next word is classify. And that's what we're doing in Lesson 7, or Unit 7 of our math. We're classifying things, or we're sorting things. So if you classify things like those are all the animals, and those are all the insects, and those are all kinds of dogs, or those are all the pencils. Okay, what does it mean? It means to sort or decide what group something belongs in, and that's what we've been doing in our math, deciding what group it belongs into. When we were, if you've done the lessons in Unit 7, we sorted the cards, the index cards, according to color. We sorted them according to what they had on them. In our book, we sorted things according to size, color, shape. Okay, we can sort things or classify them. Okay, the next word that we have is, in the story of Toad and Frog this week, where Toad lost a button. He was classifying his buttons. He knew that the button didn't fit because his button was big, so it didn't belong in the category of small buttons. His button, I think, was white. It didn't belong in the category of blue buttons. I think his button had 4 holes in it. It didn't belong in the group of buttons that had 2 holes. So we classify, we sort things according to what group they belong in. Okay, this word is a big long word, distinguish. If we distinguish something, that's what we're doing. We're distinguishing the difference. We're telling which one is which. This one has holes in it, 4 holes. This one has 2 holes. We're distinguishing the difference in the two. So what does it mean? It means to understand the difference between 2 or more people, animals, or things. Okay? You can distinguish a dog from a cat, right? You understand the difference between a dog and a cat. You can distinguish the difference between a football and a soccer ball because of their shape. You use their attributes to distinguish the difference. You can distinguish the difference between a square and a rectangle because a square has all sides equal. A rectangle doesn't always have all sides equal. So you distinguish them. You understand the difference between their attributes. You can distinguish you can distinguish Tyler from Tyler because they have different last names, don't they? Or if you're looking at them, you can distinguish them by their looks. Okay, the next word is startled. You see the word start. This is start, and you have an L, startled. Remember, ED, you add to the end of a word to mean something in the past. Okay, this word would be startle, and we add just the D because the E is already there. Startled, if you walk in the room and your mother doesn't see you coming and you go boo, then you startled her. So what did you do to her? It's when something suddenly surprises you, okay? So you suddenly surprised your mother. She wasn't expecting you to walk in the room and go boo, okay? Or the thunder last night startled me. I wasn't expecting the thunder. It came out suddenly and it surprised me. So I was startled. Okay, the next word is organize. Organize is another word we're using now in Unit 7 of our math because we're taking things after we sort them and we're organizing the data. We're putting it on charts and on graphs. So what are we doing? We're arranging them in a certain way. We put all the balls over here and all the airplanes over here. We're organizing our toys. If you go in your room, you organize your room. You put all your clothes in the drawers or in the closet. You put all your toys in the toy chest. You put all your school things in your backpack. Okay, you organize your room. Your mother in the kitchen, she has all the pans in one place. She has all the plates in another place. She has all the spices in one area. She has all the pasta in another area. Okay, she's organized the kitchen. She arranged it in a certain way. Different people may organize their kitchens in different ways. There are some people that even go in their shelves and organize everything according to alphabetical order. They are super organized. Okay, the next word is entire. The entire thing. Did you eat that entire cake? Or did you leave a piece for your brother? So entire would mean the whole or complete. I ate the whole thing. I ate the entire thing. Okay, did you finish your homework? Yes, I did the entire homework. I did the whole or the complete homework. Okay, entire. Let's look at those words again. Entire, organize, startled, distinguish, classify, trouble, whole. Okay, so get out your red book and let's see if we can look at these words, a couple of these words even more. So if you get out your book and you turn to page 213, and we're going to be talking about two of the words that we just looked at. So on page 213, it says, trouble. If you have trouble doing something, you have problems doing it. So another word for trouble is problems. Or whole. When something is whole, it is complete. So another word for whole would be complete. Or none of it is missing. Okay, it says match each sentence to the picture that tells about it. I had trouble cleaning my room. So which picture would that be? Are they cleaning a room? Are they having trouble doing it? Is he cleaning a room? Is he having trouble doing it? He still has pretty much of a mess, doesn't he? So it would be this. I'm going to go from the period there down to the period in the B. We will eat the whole cake. Okay, where are they eating a cake? Up here. And are they going to leave any cake for anybody else? Doesn't sound like it, does it? We will eat the whole cake. And we go from the dot there to the dot up here. Okay, it says complete each sentence using a word from the word box, trouble and hole. Mom had blank with the car today. Mom had blank with the car today. Mom had trouble with the car today. Mom had hole with the car today. Mom had trouble. Make it a tall letter. R. The stick on it. O. The U comes down, touches, comes back up, and it has a stick on it. The B, first the stick, then a whole circle that it closes. Then a stick for the L, easy letter to make. The E, like you're making the letter C, and put a line in it. Mom had trouble with the car today. Okay, he ate half. There's a word that we're learning in math, half. He ate half his snack, and I ate my snack. Okay, so he ate half his snack, and I ate my whole snack. So that's only, it wouldn't be he ate half his snack and I ate my trouble snack, would it? So I ate my whole snack. I ate the entire thing. Okay, the W touches the lines. H, stick, come below the line, come up and make the curve up. Circle, start below the line and close. L straight down, and the E like a letter C, and put a line in it. Okay, so half. Did he eat the whole thing? No, he ate half of it. So he would have how much for tomorrow? He would have another half. Okay, half makes two parts. Okay, and that is our vocabulary. We can look at the paper that we usually do on the test. So, whole or complete means entire, whole, trouble, organize, startled, classify, or distinguish. Well, whole doesn't mean distinguish. It doesn't mean classify or startled or organize or trouble. Entire or whole. Do we say whole means whole? No. That's like saying supercalifragilisticexpialidocious means supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It didn't give me any more of a clue, did it? So, whole or complete must be the entire thing. I ate the whole thing. I ate the entire. Okay, arrange things in a certain way. Does whole tell me that I arrange things in a certain way? No. Trouble? No. Organize. If I organize, do I arrange things in a certain way? Yes. So that would be organize. And I'm going downhill as I write. Okay, something suddenly surprises you. Okay, do you remember that? Which word tells you something suddenly surprises you? Whole? No. Trouble? No, trouble. Sometimes I know I'm going to have trouble. Startled? Yeah. If I startled my mom. I suddenly surprised her. Startled. I can think of the word start at first. She started to get me because I startled her. Okay, next word, complete. There was a word there I used up here, complete or whole. So I'm thinking whole must be the answer to that one. Whole means complete. I ate the whole thing. I ate the complete thing. Problem doing something. Is that trouble, classify, or distinguish? Well, problems are trouble. And to sort something into categories, is that to classify or distinguish? Well, if I'm going to Sort them, that means classify them. Put them in what class? At the beginning of the year, we classified you all by putting you in different classes. These are the ones that go in this class. These are the ones that go in this class. These are the ones that go in first grade. These are the ones that go in second grade. We classified you. Put you in classes. Okay, the difference between two things. If I can tell the difference between two things, I can distinguish them. I can tell which is which. I can distinguish pie from cake. I can distinguish a vanilla cone from an ice cream or from a chocolate cone without even looking at it. Distinguish. Okay, and that's my vocabulary for this week. Okay, see you at the next lesson.